Johnny Depp, a Hollywood legend, an eccentric genius, and one of the most recognizable faces in cinema history. But even the biggest stars have their lows. And for Depp, those lows came in the form of financial struggles, legal battles, and, well, some truly awful movies. At his peak, Johnny Depp was one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. But behind the scenes, extravagant spending, lawsuits, and legal troubles left him desperate for cash. And that desperation led to some questionable choices. So, let's take a look at 5 movies Johnny Depp had to do just for the money, even though they were absolute crap. Mordecai, a film so painfully unfunny, it made people question if Johnny Depp had lost his touch. Released in 2015, this so-called comedy had Depp playing a bumbling aristocrat with an absurd mustache and an even more absurd accent. The movie was marketed as a quirky heist comedy. But what we got was a painfully cringeworthy mess that left both critics and audiences groaning. With a 12% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a box office flop that barely made back its budget, Mordecai was a disaster. And why did Depp take this role? Well, let's just say his bank account wasn't looking too good at the time. Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie in a romantic thriller? Sounds amazing, right? Well, not quite. The Tourist was a movie that had everything going for it. A stellar cast, a glamorous European setting, and a hefty budget. But what it lacked was an actual plot that made sense. Critics slammed Depp's performance as dull and lifeless, and many speculated that he took the role simply for the massive paycheck. The film made decent money, but its reputation, completely forgettable. It's the kind of movie you watch once and immediately regret wasting your time on. Next up, we have Transcendence, a sci-fi thriller that asked the question, what if Johnny Depp uploaded his brain into a computer? Sounds cool in theory, but in execution, a total snooze fest. Transcendence was meant to be a mind-bending, thought-provoking sci-fi epic. Instead, it turned out to be a pretentious, confusing mess with bad pacing and zero emotional impact. Depp, who was in desperate need of cash at the time, reportedly took the role purely for the paycheck. And honestly, it showed. This film flopped hard, both critically and financially, making it one of Depp's biggest misfires. Remember when Disney tried to turn The Lone Ranger into the next Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah, that didn't go well. With a budget of nearly $250 million, this was supposed to be a blockbuster. Instead, it became one of Disney's biggest flops. Depp's portrayal of Tonto was not only bizarre, but also deeply controversial, with many criticizing it as an offensive portrayal of Native Americans. Critics and audiences rejected it, and it lost over $160 million at the box office. Depp, however, walked away with a hefty paycheck. But at what cost? And now, the #1 film that Johnny Depp did just for the money. Alice Through the Looking Glass. The first Alice in Wonderland, 2010, was a massive hit, making over $1 billion at the box office. So, of course, Disney thought, let's make a sequel. The problem? Nobody really wanted one. Not even Johnny Depp. His performance as the Mad Hatter this time felt uninspired, and the film itself was a boring, CGI-heavy mess. Critics tore it apart, and it flopped hard at the box office. But Depp? He still got paid millions for it. Johnny Depp is a phenomenal actor, but even the best make bad choices, especially when money is on the line. His financial struggles forced him into some truly awful projects. But hey, at least he got paid, right? What do you think? Did Johnny Depp sell out, or was he just a victim of bad circumstances? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's biggest hits and misses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.